In this question, we're going to look at how to rename an existing workbox. This might be useful if you've created a workbox for a project or some piece of information that you're working with, and over a period of time, the actual reason behind the work or maybe the name of the project has changed. So think of the name as being perhaps one of the most important things that people use to find the workbox. Imagine if your team has maybe 50 different workboxes that they're working on. When they're viewing the full list of workboxes, the name is what's going to help them find a particular workbox. So with that in mind, let's do a quick demonstration now on how to rename an existing workbox. Before we start our demonstration, I'd like to point out that actually each workbox has two different names. There's what's called a short workbox name. This is displayed when people are looking through the big lists of all the workboxes. So the short name is what people see when they're searching for the workbox initially. When people have then found a workbox and navigated inside of it, so they're actually looking at inside of the workbox, at the content within there, the documents within there, at that point across the top of the workbox there is a secondary name which actually can be much longer and much more detailed. So there's a short name for finding the workbox initially, and there could be a much longer, more detailed name for when people are within the workbox. And as part of this demonstration, we're going to show you how to change both of those names. It's effectively the same process that we follow. So let's start the demonstration. You can see here behind me, I've actually got an environment that we're logged into already. And at the moment, I've logged into Izzy. I'm going to head into the My Teams tab. And within there, I'm going to go either into a community of practice or into a team site. So it depends where your workbox is stored. You head either into your community of practice or into your team site. So in this case, I've headed into our demonstration team site. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for my workbox. So I'm going to click one of the headings on the left-hand side of the screen to filter the list of workboxes to help me find my particular workbox. And here I've found the workbox that I'm looking for. Notice this is the short name. So notice also here there's a problem. The word training at the end there has a lowercase t at the front. So that's what we're going to fix. We're going to change that to uppercase. We've now clicked to go into the workbox, and we can see now this name, this longer name at the top. So we'll be able to change that as well. Again, it has the same problem of a lowercase t. We want to change it to a capital. So to fix this, we're going to go to the Workbox tab. We're going to click Edit Properties, and it brings up a big form. Most of the values in this form are read-only. You can't actually change them, but you can see here there is the short title, and also there is the title in Workbox. So I'm going to go ahead and change both of those. So in this case, we're going to pretend we've got kind of the equivalent of a spelling mistake. We've got a lowercase t. We prefer it to be an uppercase t, just for this example. So I can go ahead and save that. And we can see now, initially, it looks like it's not worked. You can see still the lowercase t in training. However, all I need to do is refresh my page by using the refresh button at the top of the screen just to tell it to update the information. The page was slightly out of date. We refresh, and we now see our changes have taken effect. Just to prove that the short title has also changed, I'm going to head back up to my team site. And again, by doing that, that also refreshes the page. And we can see within here, as we look down the list, in amongst all of these different workboxes, we can see my workbox, the team site training, and in this case, it's now got the capital T. So whenever you need to change the name of a workbox, you can see it's a quick and easy process. We could have just changed the short title, or we could have just changed the long title. You don't have to change them both at once. And you can actually change these things as many times as you want, so there's no restrictions on this.